Hey, family. I'm SNwadiei. I'm Habasia, helping your brothers and sisters in Africa. And no, I'm still in the USA, but guys, I am counting down now until I go back to the Gambia. I just have to go to my cousin's wedding in July. And after that, I will start making plans to go back to where I can be relaxed. You hear me? Relaxed. To me, being in Gambia is how I was in Atlanta for a year. It's how I felt when I lived in Tulsa, Oklahoma by myself. Some people are better off when they're themselves. Sometimes absence does make the heart grow fonder, and I'm one of those kind of people. Anyway, guys, how y'all doing out there? I'm glad that I'm here today. And I know a lot of y'all are out there checking in with your families because today is Father's Day. When I scheduled this, God, I forgot about it being there at all. And I've been used to uh, doing Instagram lives. So I actually am okay with nobody watching until after the video is. Not that I hope that this happens today because I don't. But anyway, guys, I'm going to leave the message for you. If nobody watches at the same time, I'll truly understand. I started off without the lighting on this webcam because I do not like those circles that the light makes on my glasses. It is just too much light, y'all. It's like the little circle affecting my glasses. It's just distracting to me. So I don't know if it's distracting to y'all or not. But anyways, for the people with earrings, here's my earrings, y'all. And it's made by one of my friends in Houston. Oh guys, he is not a dependable person. So I don't know what happened to him. He used to be, but he owes me a bracelet and he not made my bracelet, so I cannot give his until he does. But anyway, guys, I'm talking about different issues today. Starting off with Father's Day, I'm sending a shout out to my father who is not here, a father who I never knew. I call him my baby daddy in the literal sense because I only have a picture of him from his high school yearbook. And unfortunately, he was killed in a car accident when he was only 22 years old, y'all. I was only a 1-year-old baby. But anyway, he was a colored wrestler in Galveston. Yes, he was. And he also was a pre-med student at Howard University. A very athletic person. So shout outs to him as he is with the ancestors, I'm sure. I love him because I couldn't be here. It's a good comparison with fathers because you're made in the image of your creators other than your father. So when I see my father, I see myself, and I used to just look in the mirror and know that I had to look like somebody because I look like my mother, but not exactly. Out there, let me know who you are and where you are from so I can tell you hello. How about that? Father's name was Charles Edward Jr. Charles Edward Spencer Jr. Yes. And he was the state Negro wrestling champion for 1953, which was the year that I was born. So, yeah. Anyway, We were supposed to be Father's Day, but I see like a person that keeps on, keep clicking off. I don't know what's up with that. But anyway, if y'all would have been out there, oh, okay. Hi, it's a two space. You look like my grandma, I too. Oh, thank you for saying that. Thank you so much for saying that I look like your grandma, I too. I feel very pleased with that. I know I look like somebody everywhere I go. Even Miss Opal that helped get the Juneteenth started. Miss Opal. Oh man, that I look like her classmate. Yeah, for real, her classmate from back in the day. But she said she knew that I wasn't her classmate because I was too young. She said I was a baby. She said anybody that was a baby. So since I'm only in my 60s, I was a baby to Miss Opal. Yes, no matter where I go, I do look like somebody. So thank you so much for telling me that I look like your grandma, because I know most people love their grandma. So thank you so much for that compliment. When I was growing up, Father's Day was not that big a deal to me because I didn't have a father. I know by the time I was 5 years old, my mother had told me somebody was my father. Act like my father, y'all. Poor man did his best, but he was not a good actor. So I just felt like he was one of those deadbeat dads. He was a better uncle to his nieces and nephews than he was a father to me. So anyway, I just took it as that's the way it was for me. Anyway, guys, I found out later, as you know, that he was not even a cousin of mine. That's what DNA does for you. And my poor little daddy, I don't know if he knew of me or not, but his DNA lives with me. And I'm happy to know that I've connected with his family, my family. So the beat goes on, they say. I hope if your father is alive that you can tell him thank you, if he was in your life every day or not. You know that your family is more than one person, and that person came from somebody. And not everybody is all good or bad. It's all shades of. And if it wasn't for your creators being your mother and your father, you wouldn't be here. So they're just portals, guys, and they made you, and you're here. And I'm happy you okay. And I hope you're happy you're here too. Anyway, I wish it was somebody out there to talk to me about how they experienced father when they was growing up. Because like I said, mine was not that memorable. I got to celebrate it with my grandfather. And when I did celebrate it with my stepfather, it was more like giving him Father's Day cards that my mother gave me to give to him. And my heart really wasn't in it. Whoever, please let me know who you are so I can tell you hello. I don't know, you keep coming in and coming off. But anyway, I just want to say that when I was growing up on Friday, it was about my grandfather who was always there for me. And he had my back, took me to wrestling matches and stuff like that and rodeos. So I did have a positive male role model. My stepfather was around, but he really didn't like kids that much. He liked you better when you become adolescent. So anyway, I gave him cards that my mother bought for him, and I signed them because she forced me. It was under duress, y'all. So anyway, that's what happened. But anyway, I lived through it. When I got to be older, I was kind of a born again spirit for a while, and I turned around and did actually care for him. Genuinely told him that I loved him, and before he died, he told me that he loved me too. So it's all good, y'all. So anyway, I did not remember that this was even Father's Day, but when I looked on social media and about Father's Day and their husbands and their spouses and their fathers, that is when I think, oh, it's going to be Father's Day. So I had to include it. If it's something you want to say about your father, please put it out there. Let me know where you chatting from, and I will tell you hello. You know, so far I know Institute Space there. Thank you so much for coming and joining with me. Like I said, I know a lot of people are out there with their fathers. When I plant today, y'all, I forgot it was going to be Father's Day. If you're out there, please let me know where you're chatting from, and I will tell you hello, okay? Anyway, I was talking about Tulsa and the lessons that we can learn from Black Wall Street and even beyond Tulsa. But anyway, Tulsa being a good example of Black Wall Street. It's like they actually was the Black people that was owned by the 5 so-called civilized tribes, and they actually got their 40 acres and a mule after slavery ended. 40 acres, imagine 40 acres and a mule was to grow their crops and have enough to sell. So the money that they got from that was enough for them to build their generational wealth. And that's how they did it. That's a lesson that we can learn when here in the United States or anywhere in the motherland. As long as we have land, we can grow our own crops. And if we do a good job, we can sell our excess crops, and we also can be independent. They built their own houses. They were self-sustaining. What was them self-sustaining? They had no choice because of segregation. And we have this. And the majority of us in the motherland will be us Black people. And I know that's not a concept in the motherland. I understand that. But I also know that it's something that can be a learned behavior. And just like we learned to fight one another because of different ethnicities, we can learn to get along with each other in spite of the ethnicities, so we can build and get to another. Whoever's out there, please give me a shout out so I can give a shout out. Let me know where you're looking at me from. And like I said, Tulsa was something good that we could learn self-sustainability by simply farming and making your money. Because imagine the Africans were enslaved and they was making all the money for the enslavers. They was doing all of the manual labor, all of the hard work, and they was making money for them by what? Farming, and they was selling what they was producing. They already had everything that they needed. All they needed was the land they got, at least in Oklahoma. Now, this is, I'll share you what I got yesterday. And it was 19th of June. That's a colored chirp right there. And it says Juneteenth Legacy Project Absolute Equality Public Art Installation Dedication, June 19th, 2021. Well, guys, I got a lot of different feelings about what happened when I was there yesterday. I was recording everything. Number one, my phone got all hot. It got hot. Had to cut it off a couple of times so it could cool off. I was fanning it with the fan. So I knew definitely I have to get me a vlogging camera before I go back to the Gambia, because I have a real camera. I can record what's going on and to edit better. I had to get a new laptop because everything gets hot so quickly. It gets hot because it's old. It gets hot because it's a phone. Even though it was about absolute equality, most of the people working there did not believe in it, that had the big cameras. I saw one of the local TV channels, and she was an African American, y'all. And she pretty much ran over me. Did not respect her or anything. She just pretty much tried to run over me with her gigantic tripod and camera setting up so she could record everything. She saw that I was there with my tripod standing up in front of the area where I was actually sitting because I was a board member. She didn't care. And then next came a car guy with a label on camera, but it's just as big as hers, tripod just as big as hers, and he was inching me out the way too. I was standing my ground till my phone got hot. And then I had to go sit out somewhere and fan my phone until it cooled off. I had to upload on Instagram. Hey, Salif, I'm glad you're out there. Thank you for coming in and joining me. I'm glad. Because for a while, I was wondering, I was talking to out here, you know, a lot of people celebrating Father's Day in the United States. And when I planned this, I didn't even think about Father's Day, you know? So anyway, thank you very much for coming in and saying hello. If it's anybody else out there, I know it's Issatu's Space and Salif out there from the Gambia. Thank both of y'all for being here. I know it's one more person out there. Let me know who you are and greet you too. Like I was saying before, even though it was an absolute equality mural, the people that was working there, I don't think believed in it at all. It was business as usual. They was jobs. They didn't read elders, namely me, because they was like inching me out. I had to stand my ground just so I could do the reading. So hopefully y'all will check out the recording on YouTube for the 19th of June. I have the mural there. I have Representative Sheila Jackson Lee on there. I was praying the whole time that my camera wouldn't get hot where it needed to be cut off during her speech, because she long-winded, y'all. She is. And I just wanted everything to be good. I could upload, you know. And I still think that YouTube is broken because even though I uploaded yesterday, as soon as I got home, I didn't even get that many. And I put as keywords as I could on that. I don't know what's up with that. I sat out in the hot sun, sitting on the hot pavement on that parking lot just so I could get her speech, because the people with the big cameras had inched me out of the way and I could not do anything unless I sat on the ground and just hold my tripod in the air. I didn't know how it was going to come out. It was a blessing out at all, and you could hear her clearly. And then for the photograph, I actually situated myself between both large cameras and took the shot anyway. It would have been a front shot, but they turned sideways so that the person that I guess was being hired by the mural project, you know, they took, so they was actually turned looking at the people on the side. So anyway, that's the way it goes. I had to even with somebody after it was over with, and she looked like somebody that used to go to nursing school with me, you know. She did. She looked like somebody that went to nursing school with me. And she said, "Can I have one of those books you have? You look like you got two of them." It's like, number one, this book is for people that's board members or people that sponsors some kind of way for this mural project. It wasn't really given out to the public. It was given out to the public after RSVP's people got their booklet. And I wasn't one of the people giving out the booklet. So as they say, I wasn't the one. And I let her know my booklets were separate, because this was the second booklet that I had. Juneteenth, a day of celebration. And it was given by Sam Collins. Whoever's out there, tell me hello so I can tell you hello. And it was saying the Juneteenth project sponsors. So absolute equality. And it's telling you who sponsored, you know. And it was for the sponsors. It was a thank you booklet. And the Cultural Center is one of those sponsors. Anyway, guys, that's what it was about. So somebody just coming off the street trying to gangster my book was just too much. Oh, they made my blood sugar go up. They were so crazy. I had to go home and get some rest. Who is out there, let me know. This is also out there. Lincoln First Freed Slave, a review by Bailey versus Cornwell, 18. Did I read all of this yet? No. But I tell you, it's a nice souvenir. So anyway, the 19th of June was good for Miss Opal. Yes, it was, because she wanted it to happen. And I was actually praying in her lifetime that the 19th of June would become a national holiday because of her. Like, it was a unifier. And I don't know, y'all. From what I saw yesterday, it unified us in a space only because of people's greed. As they say, it was their job, so they was to do their thing, you know, and that was that. And that's fine. But I'm telling you, no. What do y'all think about the 19th of June? I just want to know, y'all. Because me, I didn't really grow up celebrating the 19th of June. When my grandma talked to me about it, she said she just knew people had red soda water and ate watermelon on that day, because she wasn't from Texas, y'all. She was from Louisiana. So they didn't celebrate it in Louisiana. So I didn't really grow up with it. When I became an adult, I took my granddaughter to a 19th of June celebration once, and that's how I started going. And then I went another time, and I at least was encouraged by what I found out about the colored troops actually helping to get the freedom for their people. So anyway, that's y'all. But otherwise, I'm telling you, I didn't know anything about it growing up, and that we had barbecues and all, but I don't really remember the 19th of June. It could have been even for some other holidays. But as an adult, I've gone to several ones. But just to get information, not that it was such a big deal to me growing up Creole in Texas. So I was getting involved in it this time only because I was part of the Neoculture group. Yeah, Neoculture Center group on the board. And so that's what happened. I was part of history in the making, and I was happy to be a part of history in the making. So anyway, guys, I don't know. If y'all want to say something, let me know. If not, guys, this might be a short live because y'all know I don't dragging it on if I'm not getting participation from you guys. Because we can discuss anything. You have to say something. It's not about me. I do the lives for you guys. But I know I've covered everything I said I was going to cover on this live today. We talked about the 19th of June and my involvement. We talked about Father's Day. And we talked about Tulsa as being economic, like a positive economic lesson. Is there anybody out there who want to give me a shout out? Let me know before I wrap it up and do a quickie live today. Like I say, I know it's 2 people out there that I said hello to. It has 2 more people out there. Give me a shout out so I can tell y'all hello before ending this live. I tried to cover everything I said on the announcement. And I'll do my best to do these lives every other Sunday. Like I said, I didn't know it was going to be Father's Day today since I don't really celebrate Father's Day because my father's ancestors, my grandfather's with the ancestors, my stepfather's with the ancestors. So I have nobody to celebrate it with, really. Because, you know, I like to celebrate things with people that's pleasant and actually want to share my company no matter where it is in the world. So anyway, guys, if that's y'all, I'm going to say I love you all, and all of you guys who came on and was brave enough to say hello or even just check in without saying hello. I love all of y'all. I wish y'all could have came in and said something because I cannot do a monologue on the live, you know. It's not like I'm doing an Instagram live and I'm talking. When I'm here at home, I'm just sitting here, you know. So when I'm sitting here, I'm just waiting for y'all to respond and I'll respond back. But anyway, guys, y'all know that I appreciate and love all y'all. Not this Sunday, but next Sunday, I will come back to y'all. If y'all can think of a subject to put below, please put it there. And I will take it into consideration when I'm making my next video. I love and appreciate all of you guys. Those who wasn't able to check in because they was doing their little Father's Day thing, that's good. You can check it later and leave your comment down below. Until next time, guys, peace, peace, power to the people. And I'm out, y'all. Bye.